I'm a time traveler. I just got back from visiting George Washington.
Okay, so we have finished our modding, and let me introduce you to Easy Girl.
Hey.
All right, I'm listening.
And as you can see, I have turned
Coming in
our
pretty good.
1950s housewife into a post-apocalyptic hottie. And she is wearing, let's take a look here. And open up her trade screen. You can see the Easy Girl gauntlets, the Easy Girl waist leather with rings, the lace bolero, the Corsair pants, the Easy Girl Corsair jacket, a thong, and 2 thigh belts, as well as, I believe, peep toe is what those are called. Learning more about women's fashions than I ever thought I would. Still.
All right.
So
Go
that's
ahead.
the effect. And doesn't look bad on her at all, I don't think. All right.
Huh?
We got that done. We got raiders to kill. So data, raider troubles, jewel of the Commonwealth. Okay, so we will... Hitting R on your map, by the way, will take you straight to the point, and you can just get there. J will bring up the data screen right away, so you can get right to your quest, and then you can then hit R, which will take you right to the map, and you can easy travel out there, or quick travel out there, and voila, it's complete. Let's see what she wants.
Excuse me.
Did the Minutemen send you?
Of course. Just tell me what you need help with.
There's a group of raiders that won't leave us alone, stealing our food and supplies, threatening us if we can't give them what they want. We know where they're coming from, but we can't stand up to them ourselves.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
I hope so. We didn't know what to do.
Monsieur,
Okay, so we're done with
may I borrow
that.
you for a moment?
Well, that's quite a change, isn't it? Okay, so I now have the prettiest companion in the game.
Give me a minute.
And again, we're going to hit R. It's going to take us right to Backstreet Apparels, and I'm familiar with this map. And you'll come out having to be shooting.
Hi, Piper Wright with Public Occurrences. So, are folks out here concerned with the Institute using synths to infiltrate the Commonwealth's food supply, possibly poisoning hundreds?
Gosh, I am now.
Oh,
Piper cracks me up.
you
She
for
is
your time.
a great person, but as one content provider mentioned, she is a terrible reporter. Okay, so we'll go to journal, and there, and quick travel, and we're gone. Now, if I remember this one right, and I do believe that I am, the next thing that will happen is that a machine gun will fire on you the second you pop into the map. Have your finger on the Q key and get ready to fire back.
Always on good behavior, aren't you?
Boy, is that the wrong time to be having a conversation.
Come on.
Piper's having an emotional event. Unfortunately, I don't have time for it. Okay. And that poor gentleman's about to run into Curie, and I wish him the best of luck. Curie in her robot form is very formidable, and getting close to her is not, if you're an enemy, is not something I would go suggest. just is not going to work out real well. Alright, we're going to drop down so we don't walk into a firestorm. We'll begin this round with the M82, and I'll switch to the AUG very quickly because I like the AUG better in close combat.
How much time
Go
you
figure, a
got?
bullpup 5.56 is just a better way to go. But for sniping and heavy armor, hard to beat. Go to our inventory, switch to the suppressed AUG.
Up yours.
This weapon really does exist. It's
Not
used by the
again.
Austrian army and quite a few other nations, actually. It's a very successful weapon.
Let's get on with it.
Now I have a pool cue.
Better in our hands anyway.
I guess we'll have to see.
Always
Shit,
on.
Nothing there now. What do you think?
I don't know. Jump into shadows.
Yeah, you're probably right. Gotta cut down on the jet, I guess.
Now don't start
She's
talking.
Hey,
just
Piper.
fine.
Always on good behavior, aren't you?
Maybe we can have this chat later.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm just talking.
All right. Guess I better reload. I do see what I mean about close range combat in this. It's just
No! Don't you die on me!
real good weapon for that. I don't really need a switchblade. I got a pull cue. It's terrible use for it.
Payback time,
I may have
boogeyman!
detected unusual behavior.
This is normal for other journalists.
We had a short conversation, very short, because I just didn't see that he had too much to say that I'd be interested in. Alright, having been through this thing, I don't know how many times, I didn't find anything in there worth my time, and I'm not going to now. So I'm going to skedaddle out of here and get back to my favorite beloved thing to do, which is building settlements. Okay. But conversely, I do have something good to show you on how to build a settlement very quickly when you don't have an existing structure to fit your stuff into, which has happened in the last 3 settlements. So, something else to show. Well, that'll be okay.
Always on good behavior, aren't you?
Okay, so if we don't have this conversation, she's going to drive me absolutely much.
Didn't realize I had been.
So this is you not even trying, huh? I appreciate it. Too few folks can be bothered. Of course, in my experience, if you want to do real good, playing nice only gets you so far. I mean, look at Diamond City. A place I've been trying to warn of real danger. But every issue I publish, all I hear is, "Oh, Piper, why don't you ever publish anything happy? Piper, why can't you write something nice
Reminds
for
me of a
change?"
gal I knew in New York
It's
City.
enough to make me want to hang up my hat some days.
Need
Sounds
something
like
like
it
it
must be
reminded me.
exhausting.
No kidding. But people, they deserve to know the truth. Sure, it can be scary, knowing what's really out there. A night doesn't go by, I'm not afraid some Institute drone will decide today's the day to pay old Piper and family a visit. But it's worth it, because I know the truth. That's what protects us.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. How can you protect you and yours if you don't know what you're facing?
Exactly. Most folks, though, they'd prefer a comforting lie. Not me. I've seen firsthand what the truth can do. My sister and I, we grew up way out in the Commonwealth. A tiny little settlement. Our dad, he was part of the local militia. Keeping the raiders off our backs and the mirelurks out of our latrines, as he'd describe it. Well, one day, our dad turns up dead.
So obviously we reached the
Captain,
first affinity mark
asshole
with
named
Piper.
Mayburn claims raiders must have gotten him on watch. Well, I didn't buy it. I start making inquiries.
And we progressed
Turns out,
from somebody I don't
Captain,
know very
he'd
well
sold out.
to somebody I kind
He
of
wasn't getting paid
semi-trust.
enough to babysit the town. He was gonna leave the gates open one night. Let a group of raiders sack the place and take a cut of the profits. My dad found out and was gonna turn Mayburn in, but Mayburn got to him first. And I wasn't about to let that bastard get away with murder. I tried talking to the mayor, but he wouldn't listen. So, I papered the entire town in posters. Wanted for gross dereliction of duty, Captain Mayburn. The mayor sure wanted to talk after that. The town threw Mayburn out on his ass and were dug in when a very surprised group of raiders finally showed.
I'm sorry about your dad.
Thanks. It was hard after he was gone, but knowing that he died doing right, that's always made it easier. But hey, I'm sorry if I've been rambling. I just get fired up sometimes. It's just nice to talk to someone who actually seems to get it, you know? So, should we head out?
All right, so we're done with that part. Let's go on here, go back and talk to them, join another. Oh, we got an enemy nearby. Okay. Well, I hit the wrong button or something.
I am in combat again.
I love a curious French accent. Alrighty. I don't think they had the turret placed in the right place, so it should have been lighting us up. All right, there's the lady you're supposed to talk
Don't
to.
care much for good neighbor. That place is nothing but trouble.
I took care of those raiders for you.
Really? Well, that's the best news I've heard in a long time. By the way, we've talked about it, and we've decided to support the Minutemen. I think it's worth giving it another chance. The only way things will get better is if we stand together.
I hope you ain't one of them synths here to spy on me.
All right, this is another settlement that has been modded. By the way, all the pieces that I showed you on Nora are the Easy Girl outfits. And you can get them on Nexus Mod. By searching for Easy Girls. And he's got quite a few mods, the creator of that. I would suggest checking out all of his mods. They're very good. Alright, first things first, we got to find some place to put all these settlers at. And that means a little bit of cleanup here. Because if you try to drag your prefab over it, Doesn't work so hot. And this particular map, targeting the brush you want to kill is the scrap. Can be a bit of a pain. All right, let's get the structures. You go to structures, wood, prefabs, and go all the way to the left, right, I should say, right, and voila, we have a shelter. Only need one, tab out of that, come over here to wood, come over here to stairs, put it in there so your sellers can get in and out, and you're done with that part. Now you know the drill from here. Come here, beds, go to sleeping bags, and for quite a few settlements this is the only option you really got. Not, you know, that big a deal to put them up. And then you get as close to it as you can. Only the lower section is really available for beds. So you got to maximize your space here. And this is the way to do it. Now you already have 14 beds set up. Get them lined up as best you can. And they have a couple of beds in there that I want in the other structure, and I want to get rid of those. I'll explain why in a minute. Okay. So we have our beds set up. And on this particular settlement map, there's something you got to watch out for. There we go. Go ahead and turn on our light. While the gals are out there farming, I'm going to go ahead and steal them blind. No, I'm kidding. Some of the beds are actually a detriment to your settlement's happiness. Especially on Abernathy, the Abernathy farm. And why would I say that? Well, Abernathy farm, I never could get it over 63% no matter what I did. Just stuck at 60-something%. Then I ran across a comment on modding and talked about the fellow just was having the same problem I was, and he got rid of the 3 beds at the Abernathy farm inside the farmhouse and immediately shot up to 77%. I did the same thing and got the same results. Alright, so we have beds, but we are very short on water, very short on food. Okay, I'm in the 2 radiation water, and I don't have any right away. So, over here, industrial water, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to get the generator set up. Well, I thought it was anyway. Alright, and we're going to connect up the power source. Which we've done now. You can see we have, well, no, we haven't either. Okay, fella. There you go. Expose me to rads for no good reason. Alright, so we're out of the water. Kick over here. Let's get our recruitment power station, or radio beacon going here. Spacebar, hook it up, spacebar, and we now have that going. And we need crops. Get some crops planted. I can always tell when I miss key. And we have all the food we need, I think, at that point. Okay, we're done. We have to put up some defenses here, and I'll show you the spawn points as I've seen them. You don't want to take those out. Spawn point 1 is going to be over here. And because they've extended the land, I've seen them trying to sneak down this slope to get at your settlers. So if you extend that line a little bit over what you normally would, you'll have a little more success with the turrets. All right, the other point, they will spawn down here. And you're done there. And they will spawn out here. And you're done. We now have one complete settlement. Go back to the map. We talked about the Abernathy's, and they are right here. And these are the beds in question. 2 here. Another one back here. You want to get rid of all of them after you do the little quest.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
It's okay, I'm friendly. Not looking to cause any trouble.
If you say so, but be warned, we're armed here, so don't try anything. Let me tell you,
Enjoy my
farming
coffee.
ain't easy. Out in the field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
What kind of crops do you grow here?
Mostly potatoes so far, but we're starting on melons. Blake Abernathy. You new to the Commonwealth?
I've been around.
Good to see a new face. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
I'm sure I'll give it a try someday.
Well, good luck to you then. Maybe I'll see you at the Diamond City Market someday and
I always
we'll do a
find it
swap.
amazing you're
Word
planning
of
for
advice,
farmers
though,
that know
if you
far
do
more
start
than
up
I
a farm,
ever, this guy would
deal
ever
with
would
the
about
raiders.
farming.
Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint?
What about the Minutemen? If you join up, we can all help each other against the raiders.
You don't say. I thought the Minutemen were all gone. Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary
This is a
tried to
mechanic
stand
if
up
I
to
was to
Now
advise
she's
them on
buried out
anything
back of the house.
I would just
Only
have
21 years
arranged
old,
where you arrange
and they shot her
supplies
down
for
without a
the
thought. So you can
farmers,
understand
and
why
they
I'm glad to hear the
do their
Minutemen are
own
back.
upgrades.
Although, a bit too late for my Mary.
We're rebuilding the Minutemen. You won't have to stand alone anymore.
Rebuilding? You don't know what a relief that is. I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her locket too. It's been in Connie's family for generations. If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot to us.
Don't worry. I'll get that locket back for you.
Good. Connie feels like it's a part of Mary. I don't think she'll rest easy again as long as it's gone.
You say something?
So we got 3 affinity points for 3 companions. That's a good thing. And then we'll turn off the locator beacon, also known as your flashlight, on your Pip-Boy. And again, we'll hit journal. Hit R. It's Overland Station next to the robotics disposal site. And it's another one where I want to take a moment and get prepared, because there are lots of wildlife around there on top of the raiders that all wants to chew on you vigorously. Had one occasion I popped in there. There were a couple of bloat flies, 3 bloat flies, 2 or 3 mole rats, and raiders, and their attack dog. I don't really care about the deer.
My primate.
And there's your friendly mole rat. 2 of them.
Your enemies have been dispatched.
Blue! Feel my arm.
Yeah, this one is just as loaded up as the worst I've ever seen. 2 mole rats, 2 bloat flies, a raider, there's a tag dog up there. Sometimes there's a raider in here.
Guess this
looks
is it
quite
for you.
Defenses.
Like curious buzzsaw to the gut move. Well, that'd be messy, wouldn't it? It's one of those sites where you just don't like for targets.
I believe a sniper has found
Good
us.
riddance.
That is the right word, yes?
I'm just not seeing anything. Curie? Maybe it was just a late notification. All right. All right, and just beyond that, if you do not get this tripwire, that Tulsa coil begins to zap you. So you get fiber optics, you can get crystal, and you can use that for upgrading laser weapons.
Be careful to not stub your toe.
Got it.
How did you do that? I can barely get mine to save.
Great.
Now here's your covert operations man.
Excellent.
That's good to know.
There's your
This
mini
machine
moot
is
for your
important.
fat man if I had
But
it anymore,
perhaps
which I do
something
not.
of more substance. They went to great trouble to defend this place.
And ammunition just flat doesn't weigh anything
dirty.
and is the
Whoever
equivalent
owns this
to
place should
currency.
be ashamed.
That's it.
Can't keep you out.
I can see that we're gonna get along just fine.
One thing about this game is it really gives you a sense of what a bunch of scumbags these raiders
If you
are.
feel you need to, then go ahead.
You should wash your hands after that. It can
think
be
she's trying to talk to
unsanitary
me.
handle the deceased.
And of course, as usual, it's when you can at least afford to do so.
Someone should turn on the light.
You gotta love that outfit, though. Fusion cores come in too handy.
What the hell was
And they
that?
sell for a lot of money too. But with the
To be under fire. Your pulse and vital signs are still within acceptable parameters.
What the fuck was that? Get wasted! Over!
Engagements can...
Die on me!
Combat is quite vigorous exercise.
Okay. They're all gone. There's a minigun you can give the raiders. And there's Mary's locket. Now, there's some rad roaches back there, and you can some radiation exposure if you really want to. See if she wants to talk.
Hey,
Of course. Anything you need.
Carrie, I love you dearly, but wrong place to be.
your thoughts?
I'm just doing what it takes to survive out here.
Your thoughts?
Take the good with the bad, I guess.
Well, what do you think about our relationship?
Wait, who are you again?
Are things all right between us?
Wow. Traveling with you is never dull.
Okay.
Well, what do you think about our relationship?
You'll never lose me as a friend, no matter what you say.
Okay, so you obviously jumped some sort of hurdle.
That's all for now.
Sure thing.
Take a look in here. I don't really find
I
anything.
hope you have no allergies. This place is filthy.
Obviously, the girl patrol took them out.
What wonders man can build when they aren't trying to kill each other?
And it's always a good idea to take one more look around this area because it is just a magnet for wandering vermin.
Defenses are quite sturdy, yes?
Go back and talk to Blake Abernathy.
I've got that locket back for you.
You serious? That's great news. Connie's gonna be speechless. Whatever the Minutemen need, you can count on us. We got a decent workshop here, and Connie's sure to go leaner on her prices after what you've done.
Okay, this place is unmodded. This is the actual scope of the place. And you open it up and all this is available. So room is not really an issue. Except you have to defend it. Alright, so first things first. Get rid of these beds. Unless you want your settlement to stay at 60, in which case, you know. Okay. And you're going to go back and do the structure thing. find a place where you can actually settle this in. There we go. No stairs needed in this case. But furniture. Put down 24 sleeping bags, just like we did last time. Come back here, rinse, wash, and repeat. And I'm going up the stairs if you wanted to know what's going on with that. Now you have 24 beds, and you're done with the shelter part of this. The next part is you need water. And a recruitment settlement. Get that done. That there. And you can build yourself some water pump powered. These do 10 instead of 3, which is what you get out of the hand pumps. You can also daisy chain these together.
We're gonna need more salt soon. You better get on back to Diamond City before long.
I'll get around to it.
Ugh, you always say that. I'll get around to it.
Let's see where we're at.
For exactly.
For you to quit nagging me about it.
Alright, 33 water. Food, you got 10. And you're going to have people coming in momentarily. Alright. Now, you can play this more traditionally. I think I still have some moot fruit left, but you can go
Seems
and
to be growing well.
collect up some potatoes here. Just to prove I'm not the laziest bastard on earth. Just a second. Grab up some potatoes. Read a report by the Brotherhood once that said that these things tasted terrible, but would keep you from starving to death. And it would grow almost anywhere.
Lucy, ain't you done today's wash
Okay,
yet?
so we've done that bit.
I haven't got around to it yet.
Get over here.
Yeah,
some
you keep telling me to do.
You watch your mouth, or you're staying home the next time your father goes to Diamond City.
Well, I'm trying to get everything done, but the wash takes forever.
Enough griping. Just get on with your work.
Now remember, for most of the plants here, only moot fruit makes a difference. You need 2 of these for each one's a half food. So what I'm trying to say. So you need to put 12 down to get 6. And you see the food counter jumping up there. You got 18. Okay, and the easiest way to assign settlers is to highlight them, click on potato plants, and away she goes. And we've done our bit. Alright, we gotta defend the place still. So we got one spawn point is right here. And they like to send hordes of zombies. I like to lay that chain down thick right in front of the gate. The other point is out here in this field. And super mutants like to cross over here. The last point is right over here, beside the gate. Beside the fence, I should say. And you're done. Alright. So the Abernathy farm now has plenty of beds, plenty of water, plenty of food, and has already collected another settler. And you're in good shape. Get out of here.
Hi.
I think I can spare a minute.
Your thoughts?
You've led an exciting life.
What are your thoughts on our relationship?
Sometimes I think you're crazy.
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Alright, surfer guy. Oh, I forgot. Do I have surfer guy glasses? I do not. Okay.
Handy, aren't ya?
Did you need anything?
You get this coarser goggles. These things are very powerful. And it's a fusion core, so now I do not use power suits very often. So,
Mama Murphy's as good as her word, kid. No more chems, and no more sight either.
sis, that's right. Say no to drugs. These days, though, that's not bad advice. People kill themselves with opioids. It's just like, Lord. Thought people would have learned from my day when people were killing themselves on heroin right and left. But oh no, some things just never change. Alright. So we're kind of done here. All I really need to do, we're going to take a quick save here, and I'm going to see about armoring up my courser suit. And I can't really do it. But maybe I can do my silver shroud hat. Alright. Let's start to talk to Preston and get our next assignment.
I took care of the raiders that were harassing that settlement you sent me to. The people there have decided to join our cause.
That's great news. One day, we'll be strong enough to drive that scum out of the Commonwealth for good. As usual, I've got something else for you to look into. We've gotten big enough that we're having trouble communicating with all our settlements. It's a good problem to have, and I have a solution. I think it's time to retake the castle. It used to be the Minutemen HQ, way before my time. Well fortified, centrally located, and most important, it has a powerful radio transmitter we can use to broadcast to the whole Commonwealth.
Now, you either agree to it or every single time you talk to them to collect missions.
It sounds like just what we
You
need
have
right
to
now.
answer his questions about the Citadel.
So, should I have an assault force assemble near the castle?
Yeah, let's do this.
We'll do some recon and meet you outside the castle. See you there.
Okay, and we're getting close to the wrap-up point here. We're going to do some weapons modding. I really don't want the... I'll put a 4-crank capacitor on this.
I like it.
The weapon looks more dangerous now. This is good?
So we extend the range on this a little bit. Change the full stock, short stock to a full stock. Makes it a little more steady. Put a short scope on it and give this to a settler. Muzzle. And that thing's ready to go. Now I do have my suppressed AUG. I don't want the suppressor. It shortens the range. A1 barrel's fine. Really like the 60 round magazine, so I'll put that on there. I don't want a suppressor at all on this. And put any number of sights on this. Now this is interesting. You can jump this up to whatever you want, and you can from the very beginning. This is the default damage. You can pick and choose whatever you want. At this point, you're firing 50 caliber ammunition, which is massive overkill. Not that that's terrible, but that should do it here.
Always was a little jealous of folks who could craft something other than a paragraph.
Okay, so we've got that done. I've got all the companions, so, you know, there's a lot of extra firepower already, and they're outfitted with very powerful weapons. So, that should be plenty. Okay, and at this point we're going to wrap it up. The next episode is obviously going to be taking the castle, outfitting a few more settlements, and continuing to interact with Nora and see if how she progresses as a companion. Listen, remember to like the video if you like the video, and please subscribe. I need all the subscribers I can get. And you have a great day. Bye-bye.
It is hard to determine